Hello Farm Bureau members, and thank you for tuning in to this action alert. You know, water is one of the state's most valuable resources, and right now our legislators are considering important reforms to help better protect it. Senate Bill 1083 as amended proposes changes to the state's domestic use exemption in Idaho water law to address the ongoing groundwater challenges that we face. These reforms were developed by the Idaho Water User Association work group, including input from the Idaho Farm Bureau Federation, and we support these efforts. Here's why it's important. Currently, the state domestic water use, which allows for water use of one home and up to a half an acre of irrigation, all not to exceed 13,000 gallons per day, is exempted from the water permitting process. But with over 55,000 new exempt wells since 2004, that's more than 27,000 acres of unregulated irrigation, all of which are putting additional strain on our groundwater resources. Idaho is facing serious groundwater declines in areas like the Eastern Snake Plain, the Wood River Valley, Mountain Home, and parts of North Idaho. Efforts to recharge and restore these aquifers have cost the state and water users tens of millions of dollars and have led to extensive legal battles. Senate Bill 1083 as amended proposes 4 key solutions. First, fairness in administration. The bill specifies that in new subdivisions that are in areas of the state designated as groundwater management areas, critical groundwater areas, or moratorium areas, the domestic use exemption will only apply to in-home use and livestock uses. In these areas, any irrigation or other uses would require an application for permit through IDWR, including possible mitigation, and will also be subject to administration. Outside of these areas, the domestic use exemption will remain as it is currently authorized. The second change is protecting water quality. The legislation allows for shared domestic wells amongst multiple users for their in-home use to reduce the contamination risk of Idaho's aquifers. Historically, separate wells were required for each use. Third, strengthening enforcement. Senate Bill 1083 as amended implements a streamlined process to ensure compliance with the domestic water use laws. Fourth, clarifies local government authority. The bill ensures existing water rights remain with the land to address any irrigation needs. Senate Bill 1083 also allows water supply information to be considered when in development planning. Now, there may be a few questions that folks may be asking. Here are several that you might hear. First question, does this impact existing domestic wells? The answer is no. The bill does, however, strengthen compliance and enforcement aspects of the current law. Another question, does it limit all exempt domestic wells? Again, the answer is no. Only future domestic wells in subdivisions that are also in certain designated areas of the state will the domestic use exemption be limited to in-home use and the watering of livestock. Another, why focus on subdivisions? The answer for this is that they represent the largest use of domestic exempt wells and can have a significant impact to the aquifer. Will this really help Idaho's groundwater? The answer to this question is yes. While domestic use only represents 2 to 3% of Idaho's total water usage, it has grown significantly over the past several decades and needs to be part of the water management solutions. And perhaps the most important question, does this infringe upon private property rights? The answer is no. In fact, the bill better protects an individual's water rights. Idaho's Constitution affirms that the water belongs to the state, and any use of that water is subject to regulations and shall be administered in priority. These fundamental rights extend to all existing and future water uses. Thank you for taking time to watch this informational video. We urge you to contact your legislators and ask them to please support Senate Bill 1083 as amended. Thank you.